All right, hello, folks. Welcome to the Sidekick Show. I've got a very special episode for you guys. The new CW Kung Fu trailer dropped today.
No.
And we're gonna do a live reaction to it, and I've enlisted a couple friends. Thank you so much for giving me your time. Often collaborator Tim is here. Timbo Slice, say hello.
How's it going, guys?
Hello. My brother, who always I call in a favor, Chris Ho. You see him around the store. And a very special guest, a longtime friend and old Sifu, Man Yi, is here, who doesn't watch a lot of TV, so this is going to be very interesting. But I wanted to get her perspective.
I can't wait. I want to see all the fighting.
Yes. Okay. So Kung Fu.
I'm already hold on, John. I'm already disappointed because you said this is a CW show.
Yes, it was originally it was going to be on Fox, and I think something happened and it got switched around, so it has been moved over to the CW. CW has a certain reputation, but let's go in with an open mind. Typically, we're not saying CW shows are bad, but they're for a specific audience that is not necessarily us nerds, being us three, not Man Yi. So she might enjoy some CW shows more than we are likely to. So Kung Fu, it's based off the old TV show from 1972, starring David Carradine. I have a little picture of that one, if you guys remember that one at all. So I'll reserve kind of mentioning too much about it, yeah, because we'll see what we learn from the trailer. So this TV show is an upcoming American martial arts action adventure, is what it's described as, and it will debut on the CW on April 7th, 2021. So this version is a modern day adaptation of the original TV show Kung Fu, which was followed up by another TV show called Kung Fu: The Legend Continues, which a couple of us watched. I think Manny, we spoke to you, and you did not watch that show at all, right?
I
No.
don't know
and yeah, and definitely the original. You didn't watch that either. I even think the three of us, the boys in the room, probably didn't watch the original, and we watched The Legend Continues show. And I remember, I have fond memories of it, but I'm pretty sure if I rewatched it now, it probably wouldn't stand the test of time.
No,
my brother probably felt. Yeah,
John, that show stands the test of time, guaranteed. If you can't appreciate when Kwai Chang Caine steps out of the shadows, shame on you, John. That show, gold.
Yeah. So let's talk. So Chris, I don't remember how much of the show you remembered. I know you fell victim because I was the one watching it, and you kind of would just end up watching a lot of the things I watched. But do you have fond memories of this show when we were growing up?
Yeah, we used to watch together. Yeah, in I think Saturday afternoons, and it was like the only real show like that, Americanized show like that we saw with like doing like the combat stuff that we like to watch.
Yeah, lots of Asian extras. So the main star wasn't necessarily Asian, but it had a lot of Asian extras. Man. The ancient.
Asian guys in like North America.
Manny's already starting to check out. He used to say stuff like "bloody marvelous" and things like that. And I think he appeared in The Corruptor with Chow Yun-fat, and he was Uncle Benny in that movie, and has passed away a while ago. So rest in peace. So let's go. Do we have? Okay, so I'll go around the screen and see if anyone has any expectations for this. First, we'll go with Man Yi. Do you have any expectations going into this trailer?
Based on everything I've heard at the moment, I think it'll be cheesy. Maybe some cheesy fighting. But other than that, no expectations.
Okay. Chris, do you have any expectations going into this?
If it follows suit with most CW shows, we're off the target demo by about 20 years, I think.
So a long time since Smallville is what you're saying. So this is not your wheelhouse anymore. Tim already expressed that you will rewatch the old show ad nauseum. So what are your expectations going into this trailer?
I think all of us I didn't have any idea the show was coming out before you messaged me this morning. So when you said it was coming out, I'll tell you my expectation was I'm and now you're saying it's a retelling, but I was really hoping this was going to be Peter's son, like one more generation down. So I thought it would be Kwai Chang Caine, like probably passed away, and then it would be Peter as the old man with his son. I was really hoping for. Now that you say it's CW, I'm with Chris. I think it's going to be about teen angst and essentially like a cheesy Cobra Kai. But
cheesy Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai was fantastic though. So
no, I know. So I'm saying like a cheesy version of Cobra Kai, like all teen angst Cobra Kai. But I don't know. I'm still hoping. I'm still hoping.
The parts we loved about Cobra Kai and the teenage stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. So go back. We did a special on Cobra Kai, and of course, my daughter's gonna go crazy now. Yeah. So we did a special on Cobra Kai. So definitely check that out. Going into this, I did hear about this project a while back, and did kind of express interest, and then I just kind of forgot about it. I think back in 2019 or 2018 is when I heard about it. So going into this, I was a big fan, like I said, growing up, of Legend Continues. So I'm hoping maybe some of the music gets cued and maybe some of the Kwai Chang Ken lines get thrown back to, but I guess we'll see about how that goes. And we're just going to have a light discussion afterwards on how we felt about it. We won't dive too deep. Maybe we'll save that if we want to come back and do a reaction to the first episode of what the show means in terms of, Asian representation, opportunities, and all that kind of stuff. So none of us have seen this trailer, so we're going to go now. So feel free to respond. I might mute because my daughters are going crazy, but you guys feel free to react or say anything. So I'm gonna take this overlay.
Get your popcorn ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this overlay off, and I'm gonna hit the trailer. Jelly belly?
Yeah.
Man, I'm so not prepared. I have sparkling water.
She has water. Yeah. So Mandy's gonna mention later, when you check out her Instagram, I'm actually very surprised she doesn't have something handy on deck. What?
I'm so ready, man.
Okay. Let's rock and roll.
Izzy's ready too.
Okay, so this is my daughter.
She's the
so
target demo.
I want her reaction.
We're gonna get a bonus reaction. So we'll see if that goes on. So let's hit it, folks. So this is Kung Fu 2021 CW trailer released today.
To truly master Kung Fu, you must find peace. Peace with your family.
I don't know about this accent.
My family don't really go together.
Golden Child's back, baby.
I don't think
I'm all
gonna
in.
go to law school anymore.
I'm all in.
That guy always plays an Asian dad. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
You've been training since you got back?
Does fighting gangsters count?
The music is good.
Thanks for the assist. You're a kung fu butt-kicking hero? There's a girl. She's in trouble. I stepped in.
Stepped in.
More like punch and kick.
I live for this stuff. You took down an army by yourself. You basically walked on air.
It was physics. This is what I meant to do.
Kung Fu. New series starts Wednesday, April 7th. Free next day only on the CW app.
All right, so we got a little bit of a bonus secondary trailer in that. So this was Kung Fu. I can see Manyu's face already. So hold it in for a second, Manyu. We'll talk about. So we did see Sima, I think his name is. He plays the Asian dad in Everything Under the Sun. I feel I recently Rush Hour.
Right. He was the cop. Yeah.
He was in that movie recently with Awkwafina, The Farewell or something like that. He was really good in it. And the main star of the show is Olivia Liang. I think she's a relative newcomer, has some TV credits to her name. And the show is produced by one of the original producers from the TV show and a new creator named Christina M. Kim. So another female Asian at the lead of the show. So I don't know if anyone needs a second to gather their thoughts on how they feel, or if you need a little more, we can how about I read the summary so we can get a little bit more because the trailer was a little shorter than I thought it was. So yeah. Okay, I'll read the summary and then maybe we'll jump to Tim because he's the veteran in here, and he get his thoughts, and we'll go Chris, and then Manyi can kind of chime in. So I'll read the summary as posted on IMDb. So a quarter-life crisis causes young Chinese-American woman Nikki Chen to drop out of college and go on a life-changing journey to an isolated monastery in China. But when she returns to find her hometown overrun with crime and corruption, Nikki uses her martial arts skills and Shaolin values to protect her community and bring criminals to justice, all while searching for the assassin who killed her Shaolin master and is now targeting her. So let's kick it to Tim. He's in deep meditation.
Yeah. At what point is this related to Kung Fu?
It seems like Kung Fu, the original concept is David Carradine, Kwai Chang Caine goes to the Shaolin temple, and then it's destroyed, and then he comes back to Chinatown. So I guess the idea is she also goes to China and comes back to her hometown and is going to help people by defeating them whole armies at a time. I guess there's a triad influence in this town.
Of course.
And there's the one point where someone is like, there's a girl who needs help.
Right.
So I was hoping she was going to say the Kwai Chang Caine line, but it didn't come up.
I'll say I hope it's more connected than just the name. Like, I hope they do have some sort of relation to it. The trailer doesn't give me that vibe, but I'm gonna admit I'm all in on this show. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Doesn't look too cheesy. The character looks good. She looks strong. They didn't choose someone who's just like a pretty face and like super thin or something like that. Like, she looks like she's strong. Like, looks like she should be able to do martial arts. The guy looked pretty good. So yeah, it looks okay. It didn't have. I was hoping for a connection to the main show, but it looks good. Yeah,
this is the main show was quite a while ago, and I feel like all the generation now is not going to have that nostalgia factor. But let's kick it to Chris quickly for a quick reaction.
Oh yeah, it seems like they're not because of the target demo is so much younger. I don't think they're gonna lean on any kind of nostalgia like they did with Cobra Kai. It's all what we're hoping for because we were fans of the original. The trailer was pretty action heavy. A lot of the fight scenes, it seems. Let's hope it stays action heavy. I would like to see something like that rather than what I think is going to happen, which is she's going to have like 5 love interests and, get all moody and stuff. And a lot of
cut her hair short.
Yeah. Soul searching and stuff like that. But it's, I like the representation's good. You like to see that kind of stuff. You don't want it to carry on the legacy of the previous show. I don't know if we're all enlightened to that, but the fact that Bruce Lee was supposed to do it and then they casted David Carradine, so it's good to see.
Yeah, so there's a whole aura around the other ones that it was based off of Bruce Lee's work, and it has now come. There's a new show called The Warrior on Cinemax that is based off of his actual work. So there's a little bit of a kind of like a muddiness in there. But it's pretty cool, and like that was a lot. Like you mentioned, that's a lot of Asian cast in there, and I think they kind of almost reversed it. They threw in one kind of foreigner, I guess we would call it, who's I guess another maybe a love interest, who knows. So Manny, you kind of got the blank stare on her face right now. So I know I'll give you a little bit of something to go in on, Manny. So Manny has trained in China before. So have you ever considered going to China? And then coming back here and wandering around the streets of Toronto to help people with their problems and defeat multiple gangs of villains.
I think that would have been really cool. I mean, I did go to China. I did train there for a little bit. I think that part is really relatable, but that's more of a growth, a character growth. Like you go and you come back a different person, right? So I guess her coming back is going to be like the good cop and take care of everyone that's doing bad in the town, right? But I think on the first glance, it was like I was rooting for her because she has that sassy North American, like, you can't take me down kind of coolness about her. And then it turned into like, oh, but this could be like a really cutesy, like romantic comedy with action. But I think I'm rooting for her. And I think like, because of that part of like character growth in China and coming back and whatnot, I feel like, I could be in on this. And I don't know what this channel is, but I will look it up now.
So CW gained a lot of popularity. They produce shows like Chris and Tim can probably help me out. Smallville was one of the big ones. Vampire Diaries, One Tree Hill, I think, was a CW show.
They do all the DC stuff,
right?
Yeah,
Riverdale.
Yeah.
So
they do all
Buffy. They did Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel. It's embarrassing now how much I know.
I think I was.
And the ones I'm picking are really like lame too.
They're all
So
like
that's
You're dating
teenage
yourself.
ones.
Yeah, more recently they do all the DC stuff, like Arrow
Yeah.
and Flash,
Flash.
and stuff.
Black
Yeah,
Lightning.
Black Lightning, yeah.
Yeah, which is quite different than their typical formula. So I didn't really get a CW vibe from watching that trailer, other than they like, I feel like CW's trademark is to have the love triangle, or a which person are they going to choose out of this. And again, it's a very short trailer, so maybe we're jumping to conclusions or not. So I guess I'll just go around and ask if you're going to tune in for the first episode, and then if anyone else has any kind of last comments before we wrap up this silly conversation. So Tim, are you gonna tune in on April 7th is the debut?
So I don't have CW. Is this like, where is this going to be in Canada? Because does Canada have CW? I haven't had cable for like years and years.
So it's CW is kind of muddy. So it does, sometimes it will appear on Crave, like the Flash show and stuff, and sometimes some of it will appear on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I think if you install the CW app, you'll be able to watch it afterwards. But this is besides the point, Tim. If you had access to watch it on April 7th.
I was giving you the technically correct answer
in this fictitious world. Would you?
Yeah. The minute I have access to it, I will watch it for sure. Because I'm going to pray for the connection to the Legend Continues, and so I'm going to wait for that connection to be made, and then I'll be super happy. If I go a whole season and it's not there, I won't be happy. But yeah, I will tune into the first episode the minute I can see it.
Yeah. All right. And do you watch The Warrior and Wu Assassins and some of the other shows?
Well, I am a Wu Assassin fan.
Yeah.
Wu Assassin is amazing, man. That show actually reminds me a lot of Kung Fu Legend Continues, because it was kind of cheesy, and you know what I mean? Like, it had kind of that oldish style, but it was updated. I love that show, man. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Chris Ho, did you watch Warrior? I don't remember if you mentioned that you watched Warrior.
I don't think I watched Warrior. I did watch Wu Assassins. I'm on the other side of it. I did not.
You didn't like it?
I didn't like it. No.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I think I'll watch it because of the representation factor. I think I'll do a look in and see. I'm very skeptical, obviously, but I think it's worth a look in to try to see if it is going to represent Asian culture well. So I'll have to take a look.
Yeah. Manny, like you said, like we stated earlier, you don't watch a lot of TV. I don't know if you watch maybe Kim's Convenience.
I've caught a couple episodes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I just wanted to get a gauge of kind of what shows you might watch. But if you were a TV watcher and you saw this, would you be interested in checking it out?
Oh, totally. I think I'll tune in right away. Like, she's a very strong character, and I think the martial artist inside me really wants to see like how much they showcase that, and yeah.
Yeah, I know it was a short clip, and and you're watching it on your teeny tiny phone. But as someone with experience, and I know you've done a little bit of stunt work and things like that, did it look like she could handle herself, or did it look like maybe they were throwing in stunt doubles, or is it just too hard to tell on the tiny screen?
I think with the little clips, it does look legit. Like, it looked like she was going, and yeah, I think the action should be good if it's based on what we saw.
All right, cool. I think I'm gonna tune in. I pretty much give everything of this kind of genre, and especially of this representation, a try. So I'm not sure. I'm definitely gonna tune in for sure, and hope that it's a slight departure from the typical CW formula. But CW does a good job of Supernatural is another one. We probably should have mentioned Supernatural, which is a more manly show.
It's on for like 15. Well, how many seasons did they do?
It's still going.
Years.
Yeah. it just wrapped. So it's Manny's glazing over again. It's about like these monster ghost.
Two hot dudes travel the world looking for monsters.
Ooh, so that's what you meant by
Gilmore Girls. Did you watch Gilmore Girls? Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. See, okay. So Gilmore Girls. There was a character from Gilmore Girls that is the main character in Supernatural, I believe.
Okay.
So. but anyways, thank you so much for doing this, guys. I think we'll have to deal with the trailer with a little more meat later. But let's get where people can find you. So Tim has just started something brand new. Where can people find you, Tim?
So I'm promoting this. So come on over to @FightInsight Podcast. It's a MMA based podcast. You do not have to really love MMA to enjoy our podcast. We talk about it from a very high level, and we're just goofing around, having fun. So please check it out. We're everywhere. And big thanks to John, because he's the one that inspired me to do it and helped me get it all set up. So thanks, John.
Yeah. They recently did an episode where I think you talked to a doctor in detail on how devastating calf kicks are and what nerves it hits and what type of damage it causes, like to give you this dead leg. So I thought that was
the
that
nerves
was a really
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Is it the swelling? Is that a myth that the swelling can't go anywhere?
No, it was, watch the podcast and find out. Chris.
There you go. Tune into the
one
podcast.
more click.
I think that was episode 3 where you do the the calf kicks.
Yeah.
So my brother Chris Ho is kind of staying off the social media for the most part, but I did include his Instagram handle there. And I don't know, Chris, do I still have the exclusive, or do I have the exclusive?
You hear me? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, and then Manu runs a lot of great fun stuff. So I've put her main Instagram on there. Sorry, the image is all mirrored. But Manu, where can people find you, and what will they see when they tune into your Instagram?
Well, you can find me in my tummy. So I'm a foodie. So anything food related, whether it's home cooking or a new restaurant in town. I'm always up to something. Something's always going in my tummy. So I do my best to share. And I just like to look at food and go, wow, get in my tummy. I just like to eat.
and sometimes she goes crazy and tries to win a contest where you can tank as many burgers as you can, but the burger is the size of the size of your head.
Hey, if you guys want to try it, we can set one up too. It's a really good chicken burger.
We can. Hey, maybe we'll do it. I've got this platform here, so if you want to do this, folks, I know Tim and Chris both like eating food. So Tim and his fiance or not wife. Yeah. I've posted a lot of food pictures. But thank you very much for doing this, guys. If you want to follow my antics, you can follow me on Instagram, jho.heroesworld. And if you want to see more of this random trailer reactions, definitely let me know. If you're on the YouTube, please subscribe and like and comment, and we'll get back to you. So thank you very much, everybody. Is there any last thing that anyone wants to say before we go?
Go to Heroes World. It's open now.
Yeah, go buy some stuff.
Yeah. Check out the story is open. Section. Yep.
Yeah, and I think Tim wanted to tell us something, that he's not a cop. He doesn't do
Kung Fu. You want me to say my line?
Yeah, what's your line?
I'm not my dad. I don't do Kung Fu. I'm a cop. That's who I am. That's what I do.
Wow.
Thank you. You'll see me on the episode soon. Yeah. CW. Find me right here.
Casting call.
Yeah.
Casting call. All right. Thank you very much, folks. See you later.